but we are. 8:41. I tell you what, Anthony Woods is here from Sears Great Canadian Chill. How are you?
Very well, thank you.
Good to have you here on the show. The Sears Great Canadian Chill is all about taking a cool dip on New Year's Day, right?
Well, the theme is stopping kids' cancer is cool.
Right.
So it's a charitable event, but you bet it's absolutely about doing what I'd like to consider a great Canadian tradition, which is...
It is indeed. I can't remember when this all started, the polar bear dip it used to be called, and now we've got great causes and great sponsors like Sears to look after things for us. But we've been doing this a while. Why?
It's part of being Canadian.
It's beyond me.
It's in our DNA
I've never
as
done
a Canadian.
I've never done it.
We got to get you out.
Well, we'll see how that goes. And this is going to take place at Britannia Beach, right, Anthony?
It will. It takes place at Britannia Beach January 1st between 11 and 3.
Yeah.
And if people want to register, thechill.ca is the website, which is easy to pick up. And, people can register ahead of time, hopefully raise money for the great
Is that
cause.
what you're trying to get pledges and stuff?
You bet. So
Okay.
proceeds from the event goes to the Sears Canada Charitable Foundation. From there, the money goes to two places. 50% of the money goes to CHEO, so it stays local.
Right.
And the other half goes to national research initiatives. For example, the Sears Pediatric Cancer Fellowship, which is a great research involved.
Absolutely. Anything we can do to raise money, and Sears is on board and all that sort of thing, to raise money for kids' issues when it comes to their health is a good thing to do. And the fact that you're going out and dipping yourself in the chilly waters of the Ottawa River is not a bad thing to do.
I always think about it because I always do it and been obviously heavily involved day of, and so you always try to sneak out doing the activities and avoid it, but I always do make the trip, and I always think about it going, I'm going to be in the water for 10 seconds or 15 seconds, right? And what these kids go through obviously is
exactly.
It pales in comparison, and in the process, if we can raise money, it's wonderful. Last year, for example, just the Ottawa event, and we were the largest charitable raiser in the country last year for Sears. Last year alone in the Ottawa event, we raised $56,000. And this year we're aiming for 75.
For 75?
Yeah.
How many people took the dip last year?
It's about 350 last year.
Is that right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You'd be surprised, and a lot of people do it year after year. It's a tradition for them.
They like doing it.
Way to start 2013 with one, great cause. Two, bit of a wake up on January 1st and get at it. It's a ton of fun. A lot of people wear costumes, of course.
Yep.
We get a good variety of superheroes and the likes, as well as last year 2 women came dressed head to toe as jellyfish. It was the craziest thing I'd ever seen. They spent a ton of time on it, of course.
Yeah.
Took pictures before they went in the water because,
afterwards. Yeah. You don't want to, like maybe a picture of you coming out and running for your warmest towel or whatever. And it's still wide open, right? Still time to get registered and all that?
You bet. So registration's still open, and of course we want people to register early so they can raise as much as they can, but we also take day of walk-ups.
Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely. And what happens, of course, is, let's say I'm going, the last 3 days before I go, I end up looping in a couple of my friends to come with me, and the group of us end up raising more money. And
so if I had $100 in my pocket and said, hey, I want to do this, I could show up day of, and
you bet, and that money goes straight to the Sears Canada Charitable Foundation.
It's the Sears Great Canadian Chill. Find out more at thechill.ca. But you're more than welcome to drop by and cheer people on and make a donation while you're there, because even if you don't do the dip, you gotta look after the charitable end of that. A lot of people do that too. Come down and see their favorites.
There's a big viewing gallery.
Yeah. Well, make sure you bring some cash for the cause if you're gonna go down and watch.
Appreciate it.
Britannia Beach on New Year's Day around 11 o'clock.